Hello everyone, welcome back to Spectrum classes. In this video, we are going to discuss acceleration of particle executing simple harmonic motion. This video is in continuation to my previous video where I have discussed displacement and velocity curves. Here, this acceleration is represented by alpha. Radius by r, which is here used as a. So a is radius here and alpha is acceleration. As we know that if a particle is moving with uniform velocity, its acceleration is zero. And if it is continuously changing its direction, then acceleration is not equal to zero. Here, the particle is moving in a circle with uniform velocity, but its direction is continuously changing, as you can see here. Therefore, its acceleration is not equal to zero. And this velocity is defined by the tangential lines, which we have discussed in detail in our previous video. Initially, my point at time t is equal to 0 is at its mean position. Now, after time t, my point is at pt. Say this is the point pt. And if we see the velocity of this point pt, that will be shown by this tangential line, and here the magnitude is u. If I join these lines with the center, then I will get this kind of structure. So here A represents the radius, and this radius makes an angle theta with the origin. I have shown over here. The acceleration of this point pt is in the direction towards the center of the circle, and the magnitude of this acceleration is omega square a, which is represented by this blue arrow. And this is a radial acceleration, and its direction is towards the center of the circle. If I draw the components, means suppose this is my acceleration vector alpha. If I want to see the components, then I just drop perpendicular on the x-axis and on the y-axis in this manner. So this green arrow is this perpendicular dropped on the x-axis, and similarly a perpendicular dropped on the y-axis. So this x and their directions are shown by these arrow heads. So this is the angle theta, and this is my 90-degree angle. Then the value of this perpendicular is alpha sine theta. And what is our alpha r? Alpha r is omega square a. So I have just shown it over here, omega square a sine theta. So this is in the parallel direction to my OY, this omega square a sine theta. Now perpendicular to this OY will be my this line, and this will be equal to omega square a sine theta. Right, so here I'm just going to write down here. Here I have just shown this. This is my Pn, and this Pn is equal to omega square a cos theta, and I know theta is equal to omega t. So I replace it as omega t. So parallel to Pn is this one, and perpendicular to Pn, Pn is this and its perpendicular is like this, which is PTQ. And here I have just shown perpendicular to Pn is equal to omega square a sine theta, and this is equal to omega square a omega sine omega t. Theta is replaced by omega t. So this parallel to OY, this is perpendicular to Pn, but this is parallel to OY. This is my Pn, P and N. So this is perpendicular to Pn but parallel to OY. So therefore I have written it as parallel to OY is equal to omega square a sine omega t, but in opposite direction. As you can see the arrow of this here. You can see the arrow. So this is in opposite direction if my particle is moving in this direction. I'm just going to show you here just to remove extra things. So these arrows are highlighting over here. Red is the direction of y and green is the direction of alpha r, which is parallel to OY, and here I have written parallel to OY is omega square a sine omega t in opposite direction. Now it can be considered that acceleration of point n. So this is what? This is our acceleration of point n, which is executing simple harmonic motion. Now this opposite direction can be represented by this negative sign. So our alpha or acceleration is equal to minus omega square a sine omega t. I just want to remove this minus sign. So if I just want to remove this minus sign, then I can write down it sine omega t plus pi, because on adding some angle into pi, it will be in third convention there where sine will be negative. So the value can be written like this. I can also replace this equation, this one, by alpha is equal to minus omega square y, because y is equal to a sine omega t, and putting this value in this equation, I will get this one. If my omega is constant or uniform, then alpha depends on y and its direction is negative. This is the condition for simple harmonic motion, because F is the restoring force. Restoring force means this is in opposite direction, and from the Newton's law, F is equal to ma. A means alpha acceleration, and if I put alpha is equal to minus omega square y, then F is equal to minus m omega square y, and this minus sign suggests that F is the restoring force, or this is in opposite direction to the y. So this is the condition for simple harmonic motion, and it satisfies the condition for simple harmonic motion. Now I'll just summarize these three equations, and from these equations we can understand the magnitude of acceleration of the particle changes depends on the phase of the particle and its displacement. This is the phase. Sine omega square omega t plus phi, phi is equal to pi by 2, and displacement is this here in this equation, is ahead by pi phase but in opposite direction. That we will discuss in the next slide, upcoming slides. We can also summarize here that the displacement and velocity, if this is the displacement, and here omega t plus phi is equal to 0, and here phi is equal to pi by 2, so velocity is ahead by the displacement by pi by 2, and acceleration is ahead by the displacement by pi. First we are going to calculate the maximum and minimum values of alpha so that we can draw the graph. Because alpha is directly proportional to y, so alpha will be minimum where y will be minimum, and alpha will be maximum when y will be maximum. And since y is equal to a sine omega t, and omega t means theta is equal to 0, if I put 0 then y will be equal to 0. If I put theta is equal to pi, then y again 0. If I put 2 pi, then y will again 0. So here I have written y is equal to 0 for 0, pi and 2 pi. So at these values alpha will be minimum. But the value of theta, if I put pi by 2, then this will be equal to 1, and we get y is equal to maximum, that is a. 3 pi by 2, then again I will get y is equal to a. If I put 5 pi by 2, then I will again get y is equal to a. So here I have written 2n minus 1 pi by 2. Some of the student may ask why 2, why not n minus 1? Because if n will be 3, then I will get 2 here, in this case 2 pi by 2, and that will again gives me pi only, not pi by 2, multiple of pi by 2. That is why we have used 2n minus 1. Fine, so at this point y is maximum plus minus a, and therefore alpha will be maximum. Now coming to the graph, how we are going to draw the graph. So here at time t is equal to 0, my particle is here, and at this moment theta will be 0. So I will get value of acceleration is 0. At pi by 4, this is the angle 90. 90 degree we are getting maximum, and since alpha is equal to minus a omega square sine omega t, and omega t will be pi by 2, so this will gives us 1. So this will be equal to minus a omega square. Now on putting the value of pi at t by 2, here angle will be pi only. So at this moment acceleration will be 0. At 3 pi by 2 it is 270 and we will get minus 1. So minus 1 minus a omega square gives us plus a omega square. Then at 2 pi it is 0. So we are just going to draw the curve here in this manner. This is acceleration in plus minus direction and this is time. So this kind of graph we will get, right? Now on comparing the graph with displacement, here y is equal to a sine omega t. So on putting value 0, we get 0, and on putting value pi by 2, we are getting maximum. Again pi, it is 0, 3 pi by 2 it is negative, and at 2 pi it is 0. Similarly, we are just going to compare it with velocity. So velocity is a, here if I do this dy upon dt, then what I will get? I will get omega a cos omega t. If I put values, or this can also be written in this manner in sine wave. So if I put omega t is equal to 0, then I will get maximum value, right? If I put this at 90, then I will get 0. Similarly for others. So what we have seen, when my displacement is as origin, if my particle is at origin, my velocity is at this phase. And when my particle is at this, then my velocity will be like this. Now we are again comparing it with the acceleration curve. So here is acceleration. So acceleration shows that this is equal to minus a omega square sine omega t. So when here you can see this is plus and this is minus. So here when this is in plus direction, this will be in minus direction. So here this is if phase difference of pi. You can see, as I discussed earlier, how we get these values. So we can say y is equal to phase difference for y is 0, then this will be equal to pi by 2 velocity, and acceleration is pi. So this is how we can show our graphs, and further we are just going to see this dy by d2y by dt square is equal to this one, and we will find the solution for this equation, alpha omega square minus alpha omega square, and we are going to find out the solution for this equation in the case of waves, right? So which is very important again. I hope you find this video helpful. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you all. Thanks for watching.